October 16th, 1975, Captain Morgan with flying colors as a spectacular beginning to the preview of the Bicentennial plane for the press and Braniff employees at Love Field in Dallas. He taxied the unique work of art past an enthusiastic crowd to the site of the ceremony. Waiting to greet the plane were 50 Braniff pilots with U.S. flags. 50 Braniff flight attendants. And 50 members of the Southern Methodist University Marching Band. Arriving on the plane were the first 50 members of the Braniff Color Guard, representing every Braniff city and group, each carrying a flag of one of the 50 states. And also on board were Mr. and Mrs. Harding Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence presented a flying colors engraving commemorating the visit to General John Tory, who heads the Dallas Bicentennial Commission. It was a spectacular preview of flying colors. Members of the Color Guard, Calder and Mr. Lawrence flew to Dulles International Airport, where flying colors was to be dedicated to the nation's 200th birthday. Mr. Lawrence began the ceremonies.
I may speak for Alexander Calder and for everyone at Braniff. We would like to dedicate this patriotic work of art, the flying colors of the United States, to the celebration of America's Bicentennial, and hope that it will give everyone great joy and inspiration in 1976. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my very great honor to present to you our beautiful First Lady, Mrs. Betty Ford.
Thank you very much. I have always been very interested in the arts, and I particularly approve of the combination of business and the arts. And I've encouraged the marriage of business and the arts, and in this case, the marriage between Alexander Calder and Braniff International produces an attractive, bigger-than-life reminder that 1976 is our bicentennial year. As I think Sandy Calder knows, I'm a great fan of his. And I just want to say that I'm not only pleased to be here today, but to meet you and to launch one of the most colorful and visual bicentennial products. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ford. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carter Brown, Director of the National Gallery of Art.
Mrs. Ford, Mr. Lawrence, and all of you here. Purely in art terms, the plane is a tremendous success. It gives one the kind of lift that you get from seeing a flag in motion, and it's the kind of lift that I get from seeing the business sector of this society helping support the arts. Thanks, all of you, and congratulations, Sandy.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. John Warner, who is our National Bicentennial Administrator, Mrs. Ford, Mr. Lawrence, Mr. and Ms. Calder. I remember so well one time at a bicentennial event, I was waiting to give a speech, and a little boy came up to me, pulled at my coat. He said, "Why are you dressed up in a coat and tie today?" I said, "Young man, I am the speaker." And with that, he looked up and said, That's too bad. I've come here to have fun. Well, this is an example of the fun and the imagination and the excitement that we're going to see nationwide in our bicentennial. And on behalf of the millions and millions of people across this land today, we're really putting the bicentennial together. I'm honored to present the Braniff Airlines, the official bicentennial flag of the American people.
Later that day, November 17th, it flew to New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport for further dedication ceremonies with Sandy Calder. The next day to Boston, to Detroit, to Chicago, then to Grand Rapids, Kansas City, and Houston. On Thursday, November 20th, the jet was placed into daily service. Everywhere, people cheered, clapped, and yes, some cried.
America,